So we'll make this room exactly how she wants it.
Innkeeper Ryan Akers prepares a room at the Indiana Jones bed and breakfast. You can't miss the theme here. Posters and memorabilia adorn every wall.
So many people that come are such big fans of the series.
Each guest room has a copy of The Last Crusade.
You finally make it here, you want to be able to at least come in and take some pictures.
There's a reason for this.
I love that mailbox.
The house young Indiana Jones grew up in sits in Antonito, Colorado.
When I pulled up in my car to the front of the house, I screeched. I was like, oh my God, yes, young Indy's house.
Sabra Young came to work as an innkeeper here in 2016.
And I bought it in April of 2017. And I'm still here because I'm a big nerd.
Paramount filmed other scenes for the movie on the nearby Cumbres and Toltec Railroad, so it made sense to keep production crews in the area for young Indy's house.
This was kind of the style that they were looking for to fit the time period of the movie.
The house was being rented at the time. The tenants agreed to move to a nearby hotel for a few weeks.
They came in, they remodeled the house, they did their filming, and Bill actually split the money with his renters.
Crews filmed outside and in.
As if the glass is still there. They just covered it up. And you can see right here is where they wrote for the movie what size of panel to cut. So this was Henry Sr.'s study. Young Indy runs in. You can see the bookcases around the doors. He's writing and he tells them to count to 10 in Greek.
Wait.
It was a big deal. A lot of people from town were over here.
Larry Atencio was a kid himself when crews filmed the movie.
When the big Hollywood production came to town, so a lot of people kind of just stood around just wanting to watch and see what was going on. A lot of people, it was nice seeing what they see in movies, that seeing here, and then kind of seeing the behind-the-scene magic and how that all happens.
This is Richard Young.
Sabra uses the lure of the movie history to teach guests about the local history.
There's so much history here with the railroad and how it was settled, originally part of Mexico. One of the first things I did when I started as an innkeeper was I started researching everything in the area that there was to do, the history. I started buying history books.
In the process, she learned the true origins of Indy's boyhood home.
It is also one of the first houses in Antonito, not the first house in Antonito, but one of the first group of houses.
William Carroll built the house in 1888. He made his money selling horses to miners looking to return home after the gold rush ended.
A lot of people find it interesting that it is an adobe house because they're used to seeing the Southwest style of adobe, and it's literally cow manure, straw, and mud. It's the original adobe.
Also, the original foundation. And therein lies the problem.
This house is like 140 years old, and the foundation is pretty bad. The center line of the house is slowly starting to curve. I can't open any window downstairs. They're all painted or rotted shut.
Fixing the foundation is key. Once that is stabilized, the windows and walls can be addressed.
It's not unsafe, just so people know that, but it is concerning.
The hope is to keep the house open for guests long into the future. An attraction residents say is much needed in Antonito.
Making sure that the building stays put and stays erect and stays in business, I think, is really helpful for this community.
Combining the pop culture with my love of Indiana Jones and movies in general adds to other people's excitement. It's just so cool. And it's not just because of the movie.